Good evening, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great day so far. I think I might have mentioned this topic in a previous video, but in case not, I should probably I should probably say something. Um, get my phone to set up right here. So, there's this concept running around all of the online environments: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, right? It seems like there's a lot of people that are under the presumption or the assumption that they're going to find love on the internet. Now, for the record, I've I think I've explored just about every online environment, right? I think I've been on here and through here enough to know that dating online is some hard truth, right? Dating online is probably one of the most worthless ways of dating that I have ever experienced. Um, sure, you can connect, you can formulate a friendship, you can get someone's phone number and call each other and whatever, right? But that will only get you so far, right? If you're let's just say 1,000 miles from each other, right? Chances are it won't last much more than about a week, maybe two. Maybe you'll form a heck of a friendship, but that's honestly about as far as it'll go. Because let's think about this for a second, okay? Let's say that you do meet somebody on here, right? And you are really interested in them and you really enjoy them and whatever, right? Because it happens. It happens. But then you realize that you guys are, however far away you are from each other, right? 1,000 miles, 500 miles away, whatever, right? Anything more than an hour from each other is considered long distance. Um, you can almost count on under those circumstances in that dynamic, you can almost rest assured. I would say I would say at least 80% certain that that it's just not going to do you or that other person any good. Pretty much, it's going to cause you to have a lot of anxiety because you're always going to be wondering, you're always going to be curious, you're always going to be, oh, what are they doing? You know, are they going to call me? Are they going to text me? Right? So, I guess when it comes down to the brass tacks of it all, right? To even have the brain power, right? To imagine how that kind of a dynamic could have any kind of leg to stand on here. Um, More hard truth, right? You're not looking at things from the full picture, right? Because for all you know, there could be a person down the street that's just dying to be with somebody, and you are missing out on somebody that lives down the street. Let's just say for somebody who lives 1,000 miles away that you're trying to formulate a situation with, right? So, I guess what I'm saying is you would almost be doing yourself an injustice once again, take it from somebody who knows. I've already explored the realm, right? It's just not fundamental. But you'd almost be doing yourself a injustice, an inservice. Like you'd be like almost like pulling your own hair out and throwing it to the wind, and that would be the result, right? Especially when there could be somebody at the gym, if you go to the gym, or somebody at church if you go to church, or somebody that lives 4 blocks away, or whatever, right? I mean, think about every possible scenario where you could be out doing something and run into somebody. And then next thing you know, poof, you have a connection, you hang out, you go out and have fun together, and next thing you know, voila, right? But it, it's just one thing that I'm seeing out here on all these platforms is that there's a lot of folks that are under some like some mental thing that that they're gonna find that forever person online. Now, I'm not saying it's not possible, right? I mean, because hey, it's by the graces of God, we all know that anything is possible, right? But what I'm saying is, when it comes down to the brass tacks, when it comes down to the hard truth, when it comes down to the golf ball moment, right? Most of the situations that you're going to run into online, they're just situationships. You might meet some friends, right? Maybe you'll get a online community going where you're all a bunch of bookkeepers, or whatever you do for a profession, or whatever you do, right? If you're a bunch of dirt bikers, right? You go in the dirt trail. Maybe you meet a bunch of other people that do that, and so you guys are exchanging pictures and experiences and whatever, right? I mean, good stuff, right? Meeting your people. But dating and being in a love situation online, they're in my logical and analytical mind. Take it from me, right? Um, it, it just doesn't do anybody any good. It really doesn't. Especially when you could go to the grocery store and be looking at strawberries, right? Right? Let's just put this in a brass tacks. You could be at the grocery store, let's just say, right? Getting some fruit for a fruit parfait or a dessert or something, right? Lo and behold, someone from the opposite sex walks up, and next thing you know, you get talking about strawberries and some recipe that you have in mind that you want to do when you get home, right? They go grab for the same thing of strawberries as you do, right? You guys have an idea in mind of a recipe. They have the same thing, right? Well, hey, how about let's get together and make the recipe together. Boom, off you go. Or you're standing in line at a cash out, or you're standing in line to cash out, and somebody behind you or in front of you, and you get talking with them, right? And you find out that you have some things in common. Poof. Right? So I guess what I'm saying is, when you have the possibilities that are right around you, why and how would you ever think that doing it online is going to be fruitful and meaningful in any way? But hope you're all having a great night. I love you guys. Till next time.